The playoff journey begins now. Welcome to postseason basketball coverage on KLGA and KLGZ, presented by your Edward Jones representatives, Bruce Keith, Jerry Sokup, Mackenzie Jorgensen, and Brady Ross, featuring the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears.
Birch over to Mahler, he's wide open, 3-point ball, banks it in, the bank is open, and we are tied. Drew Mahler, a huge shot with 47 seconds left. Mahler in traffic, feeds Thomas, rolling to the bucket. Thomas pumps, he put it in, he threw the foul again. Keep feeding Amari Thomas. He's a beast, ladies and gents. Joyce in lane to Lear, got deep in the post. Lear powers it up. He drew the foul, he put it down. Nick Lear goes beast mode on that play. Here comes Joyce on the run out. Joyce down the floor right side, sails in, got the bucket, and Garrigan's up by one.
Video streaming on the Algona Radio YouTube channel is brought to you by Algona Municipal Utilities, community owned for community benefit. Kemna Auto Center, where it's not just about the car, it's about the care. Iowa State Bank, helping people succeed. PMC Advantage Insurance Services, having the advantage makes all the difference. And Algona Frame and Auto Body. We meet by accident. Now, here's hometown and home country radio sports director, Tyler Lance.
At long last, the playoffs finally get underway as the co-top of Iowa West champion Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears tonight take on the Rockford Warriors. Golden Bears wrapped the regular season with an 18-3 overall record and share the top of Iowa West title with Forest City. But now it's time to turn the page on the regular season and look to make a deep postseason run. Tonight they take on the upset-minded Rockford Warriors, a team that started off the season tough. 16 straight losses to begin the year, but now the Warriors have won 4 games in a row, including a shocking win over West Hancock on Saturday to earn the right to face the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears. Does Bishop Garrigan roll on and power their way to the next round, or does Rockford have a little more playoff magic in them to upset Bishop Garrigan? We will find out here on Home Country Radio KLGZ and at the Algona Radio YouTube stream. We'll step aside right now for a quick couple of messages. When I come back, we'll chat with both head coaches after this on KLGZ.
62, Coach. 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going.
When you need cash on the go, there's no need to pay a surcharge fee with MoneyPass. Iowa State Bank is proud to be part of the MoneyPass network of surcharge-free ATMs found nationwide. Look for the green and blue MoneyPass symbol on over 32,000 ATMs across the nation. Or find an ATM near your vacation spot or travel destination at MoneyPass.com. MoneyPass, another way that Iowa State Bank helps people succeed. Member FDIC.
And boys, postseason basketball is coming up here on Home Country Radio KLGZ as the Rockford Warriors take on the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears. And right now we're joined by Rockford head coach Clay Schultz. Coach, first of all, we appreciate your time on the pregame show today to talk a little Rockford basketball. Let's begin by talking about that postseason opener for you guys. You played in that 8-9 game against West Hancock, and winning on the road in the postseason can always be a little bit tricky, but you guys were able to do that, defeating West Hancock 44-40. So give us a little recap of that game, what you felt some of the big keys for a Rockford victory in that one were.
Yeah, we had one player really kind of pop off that game, Riker Hoffman. He played extremely well. Following up with a couple other people, kind of bringing up the rest of the points to really help secure that win. Hunter Westby really hitting that three-point shot there just before the half really got us fueled up going into the halftime. And then coming back out gave us a lot of energy to really help secure the win. We kind of started off slow, being 8-13 at the end of the first quarter, but then we kind of just picked up with points and really got our rhythm down to score all our points that we needed.
Well, Coach, you mentioned a name there, Riker Hoffman, who had 22 points in that win over West Hancock, and he's one of the seniors on your team, and sometimes in these type of situations, it takes a senior to really lead the way. Take us into his game a little bit and what you kind of felt his mindset was heading into this postseason.
Yeah, we talked just before the game actually started, and he sat on the bench next to me, and he just told me that, I've been kind of locked in, ready to go since Friday afternoon. I know the game got postponed until Saturday, but he really mentally just seen the game, envisioned the game in his head, and he really just went out there and performed it.
Coach, the season started off tough for you guys, obviously dropping the first 16 games, but guys are playing well right now. 4 wins in a row, including that postseason opener against West Hancock. What do you attribute this 4-game win streak to?
Well, I think these guys really just started realizing, hey, this is our last kind of chance to play basketball, and things just started clicking. We started playing more like a team. Wasn't just so focused on just a couple people playing the game. It was more focused on, hey, we need this whole team to actually really win some games.
We're talking right now for Rockford head coach Clay Schultz. Coach, tonight you guys have on the road once again to take on the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears. What are a couple things that jump out to you looking at the Bishop Garrigan tape heading into this one?
They got a pretty good team there. We've done a lot of scouting on them, especially with them just playing West Hancock. It was nice to kind of compare how West Hancock plays with Bishop Garrigan, and I think we're pretty excited. We've been kind of just focusing on them the last few days here, so we'll see how it turns out.
Coach, wrapping up the interview for today, what do you feel a couple of the biggest keys for Rockford in this game are?
Definitely getting rebounds. Rebounds is going to be a huge one. I know they got that 6'6" big, and just getting him boxed out and getting those rebounds, not allowing them to get those extra shots up, I think is going to be very key to us. And definitely attacking the hoop on offense is going to be another one.
All right, Coach, we appreciate your time today on the pregame show and wish you best of luck in tonight's game.
Thank you.
Rockford head coach Clay Schultz with his pregame thoughts. When we come back, we'll chat with Bishop Garrigan Golden Bear coach Mark Meister on Home Country Radio KLGZ and at the Algona Radio YouTube stream.
Sportsmanship starts with you. Good sportsmanship means showing respect to student athletes, coaches, officials, and those around you.
Good sportsmanship is about character, accountability,
and setting a positive example in and out of competition.
Before the game starts, remember, sportsmanship starts with you.
What does it mean to be rich? Maybe it's less about reaching a magic number and more about discovering the magic in life. Hi, I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Jerry Sokup. Count on me for financial strategies that can help support a life you love, because the key to being rich is knowing what counts. Contact me at 515-295-7766 and let's find your rich. Along with Bruce Keith, Brady Ross, and Mackenzie Jorgensen, we are your local Edward Jones financial advisors. Member SIPC.
In Iowa, we are fortunate to have a lot of opportunities to get involved in at our schools.
athletics, and activities have so many positive effects.
From learning how to build relationships
and healthy lifestyles,
And gain self-esteem and confidence.
make participation a priority. You and your school will benefit.
Having the advantage makes all the difference. At PMC Advantage Insurance Services, we give you the advantage. We offer insurance coverage for your auto, home, farm, crop hail, commercial, life, individual or group health, and bonds and annuities. We are here to make sure you and your belongings are properly covered. We have over 50 companies offering insurance in all 50 states. Our offices are conveniently located in Algona, Burt, Corwith, Garner, Sway City, and West Bend. You can also find us at our website, pmca.agency, or call 515-295-9433. Stop by one of our offices today and see what we can do for you. PMC Advantage Insurance Services, a Pharmacist Mutual Insurance Company.
Postseason basketball coming up tonight on Home Country Radio KLGZ as the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears take on the Rockford Warriors. And we're joined right now by Bishop Garrigan coach Mark Meister. Coach, first of all, we appreciate your time today on the pregame. Let's begin by talking about the past week or so for your guys. About a week here since your last regular season game wrapped up. So what did the preparation for the postseason look like in the time leading up to this game?
A lot of fitness was going on and reviewing stuff and going over things that we needed to clean up that we didn't think we were doing well for postseason. Then obviously once we figured out who we were playing, it's been prepare for them, which good for them, a low seed to upset someone. So I think they're coming into the game hot.
Offensively for you guys, I know the past couple of games have been a bit of a struggle here as you kind of try to work through some issues there. What do you see as some of the issues holding back the offense right now, and how are you guys kind of trying to work out of that as you head into the postseason?
Well, I think number one, since North Union, Joyce sat out sick, and since he's been back, I think he's been a little hampered by it. He's kind of been in and out of, sickness, so I don't think the legs have quite been there. So I think once he starts doing it, it's going to loosen everybody, back up. I think that's kind of been our struggle when one of your best players is struggling to score the ball. That changes it for everybody. So he's had a few good practices here, looking a lot better, looking like the Mike we know. So I think that's kind of our main thing.
Well, Coach, when the offense is struggling, the important thing is guys are really still committed on the defensive side of the court. Past 3 games when the offense maybe hasn't been where it normally is, you still held the opponent below 50 points. So on the defensive side of the ball, what do you see your guys doing right now?
Our rotations have picked up as the year's gone on. We've added about 3 different defenses, and I think teams are confused by what we're running because we are trying to switch as much as possible from a man to zone to trap. So we're trying to stay bought in on that end so we can get out and transition play because so many teams are triangle and 2 and box and 1 and things like that. So it's hard to score in the half court for us. So if we can get out and transition teams, get some easy layups, that's kind of been the key to our success.
Coach, now the postseason gets underway as you guys take on the Rockford Warriors. And like you mentioned, you had to wait a little longer to see that one. They played Saturday against West Hancock, so get to see a new team that you hadn't played yet this season. What did you notice about Rockford, or what have you seen from them kind of looking at their tape heading into this one?
Well, they hadn't won. I don't know if they had won a game, and now they've won 4 in a row. So they're obviously hot. We need to take them serious. The 2 guards stand out. They can get to the paint. They play pretty well. They're kind of their motor. They're both averaging about double figures. So we've got to pay attention to them, keep them out of the paint as much as possible. And then they do have a big guy that looks like he's got size, looks like he could be capable of keeping Amari or Nick off the glass. So we need to make sure we're all hands on deck and keeping that guy away from players so we can dominate the boards like we like to.
Coach, the process begins tonight. Obviously, the guys have to take it one game at a time, but looking to hopefully make a deep postseason run this year. So what do you feel the keys, not only tonight are, but kind of the keys to getting a big postseason run for Garrigan this year are?
Well, we kind of talked about it all year, what the goals were. It was conference championship. Can we make it to state? So obviously those are on the board. And it's just been coming to practice every day, focusing in, doing all the key things. We say in basketball there are no little things. If I miss a screen, it might mess the play up. If I don't take a shot, I should. If I don't rotate correctly. So we've been trying to clean a lot of those things up going into postseason. That's going to kind of be the key. Can we dominate the defense? And when teams do, kind of run that junk defense against us, can we respond to that as a team?
All right, Coach, we appreciate your time today and wish you best of luck in tonight's game.
Okay, thank you.
Bishop Garrigan boys basketball coach Mark Meister for his pregame thoughts. When we come back, tip-off between the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears and Rockford Warriors on Home Country Radio KLGZ and at the Algona Radio YouTube stream.
They grow up so fast, and soon enough, they're off to college. But as time goes by, the cost of college continues to rise. You know that college is important, but that expenses may seem out of reach. We can help. I'm Edward Jones, financial advisor, Mackenzie Jorgensen. Let's work together on strategies to help you tackle growing college expenses. Call us at 515-395-4021 to schedule an appointment. Together with Bruce Keith, Jerry Sokup, and Brady Ross, we are your local Edward Jones financial advisors. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
When it comes to your recovery, we tackle issues head-on. Whether you're on the field, setting up a spike, or running the course, Kossuth Regional Health Center's rehab team is here to help when an injury occurs. I'm Bryce Buckle, physical therapist, and as a former student athlete, I know how important it is to get back in the game. At KRHC, our team works with local healthcare providers and specialists throughout the area for a recovery plan that works for you. Best of luck to all of our area athletes this season. We'll be cheering for you.
At Kemna Auto Center, they understand that you have no shortage of options when it comes to purchasing or servicing your car. They're your hometown dealer for new GM, Ford, and Chrysler makes and models. Plus, they also offer an extensive selection of pre-owned vehicles. Serving you with a dedicated sales and finance team, along with world-class service technicians that are passionate about keeping your ride in top shape. Visit their showrooms today for an experience you deserve. Kemna Auto Center in Algona.
Sports Club members bringing you this game.
Iowa Lakes Community College, your community, your college.
Purpling Excavating, they dig dirt.
Trend Salon, your complete family hair salon. It's all about you.
Lusher Family Dentistry, serving your family since 1965 on Call Street in Algona.
Oakcrest Funeral Services, celebrating a life lived.
J&J Custom Meats, located in Whittemore.
Dump It, commercial and residential garbage service.
Greg Penning and Company, certified public accountants where everyone counts.
All bringing you this postseason action.
To keep your appliances in tip-top shape, look to North Iowa Appliance Center. They provide a superior level of service to their customers. They'll check your appliances for problems, then offer an effective solution on repairing them or buying new. The name your friends and neighbors trust. North Iowa Appliance Center, Highway 18 East in Algona, where they sell the best and service the rest. Carrying Maytag, KitchenAid, Whirlpool, and Amana.
It's time to meet the starting lineup for the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears.
Nick Lear, senior, number 34.
And now Lear jumps the pass. Is intended for Lofstrom. Runs the floor, sails in, layup good.
Amari Thomas, junior, number 33.
And Thomas intercepts the pass. He runs the floor. Look out! Thomas jams it!
Tate Furch, junior, number 4.
Extra pass to Furch. Corner pocket tray. The answer! Tate Furch ties it. 2 seconds left. Timeout for City. Tate Furch, cool as the other side of the pillow.
Carter Schwab, junior, number 24.
1.2 seconds left. Schwab, 3/4 court. Oh, and he put it in! Carter Schwab knocks down the three right before halftime.
Michael Joyce, sophomore, number 11.
And the inbounds play is going nowhere. Joyce picks it up to the backcourt, and he's going to flush it. Michael Joyce with the first throwdown of his high school career. Tip-off of your game is coming up next on Hometown and Home Country Radio. And let the postseason begin here on Home Country Radio, KLGZ, and at the Algona Radio YouTube stream, as postseason basketball is brought to you by Edward Jones. Tonight, it's the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears with an 18-3 overall record against the Rockford Warriors, coming in at 4-16, having won their past 4 games in this Class 1A District 3 postseason matchup. Rockford wearing the black uniforms, the white Warriors in the front, and white numerals on the front and back. Bishop Garrigan in the home whites, the gold Garrigan on the front, gold numerals front and back. At midcourt, the 6'3" Amari Thomas. He'll go up against a 6' senior Charles Bayham of Rockford. We'll get you the Rockford starting lineup here in a second as Thomas wins the tap. Schwab controls the basketball, and we are underway from Bishop Garrigan High School. It'll be Riker Hoffman, Charles Bayham, Austin Schriever, Hunter Westby, and Wyatt DeBoer for Rockford. Bishop Garrigan trying to get the offense on track. An early Joyce 3 off the back iron won't go, and the rebound controlled by Schriever for Rockford. Dropped it and then picked it back up as Rockford will head left to right on the radio dial. Rockford beat West Hancock 44-40 on Saturday in that number 8 seed versus number 9 seed game. Is driving in Bayham, but he shuffled the shoes, and Rockford turns it over early. Bishop Garrigan, offensively over the past 3 games, they've only shot 31.6% from the field and only made 10 out of their 63 3-point balls. That is 15.9% on threes, so Garrigan has to get those shooting numbers up tonight, and it starts with Joyce. Rotates corner pocket to Furch, now Joyce in the wing. Rotates around right to Schwab. He'll let it rip. He line drives the 3, it won't go. Thomas had the rebound briefly, but it got knocked out of his hands by Westby, and Bayham comes up the other way. Bayham top of the arc for Rockford. Rockford last in the Iowa Star North this year in offensive average at 39.5 points per game, as we're scoreless here in quarter number 1. Bayham to Schriever on the right side. Schriever dribbles around the arc towards the left. Schriever taking it in up to the paint, tries to shovel it underneath. Ball tapped out of bounds, and they are pointing towards Rockford, and Rockford will keep it. They'll say Bishop Garrigan touched it last as they try to find DeBoer in the paint. From the baseline, it'll be Schriever inbounding. Schriever from the far side of the court. Looks, he'll get it into Bayham. Bayham sidesteps Joyce. He gets a long 2 off. That one won't go, and the rebound right into the pocket of Amari Thomas. Bayham had a foot on the line on that jumper. Schwab runs the other way, takes it right down Main Street, powers it up, and that ball deflects off the rim. No good. Rebound ripped down by DeBoer. For City, or make that Rockford the other direction, beg your pardon, of Hoffman. Goes around to left to Bayham. Still scoreless here in quarter number 1. Garrigan defensively only allowing 47 points per game. Here's the drive by Bayham, got to the rack and scored, and Rockford's on the board first.
Well, a minute and a half in the game, Tyler, before we had a score. That doesn't happen very often, but both these teams a little bit sluggish to start. No one's taking a shot inside till that drive by Bayham, and a good drive at that. Bears Got a good drive from Schwab. They're setting up outside now.
Joyce in the corner hesitates on the three. That ball rims out. Lear on the rebound. Lear on the putback, and that one is good. That is something that Rockford talked a lot in the pregame. You've got to keep the 6'6" Lear off the board, something that Coach Schultz really stressed. And we are tied at 2 apiece.
Well, Garrigan has been taking those open three-point shots. They can rest assured Lear will get the board.
Bame into the short corner to Westby. The ball squeezes in between his legs, but he picks it back up. Now works in against Lear. Kicks it out towards Schriever, who wasn't ready for the ball, but saved it right before it went over half court. 5:47 on the clock, quarter number 1, a 2-2 tie. As the ball stolen away by Bishop Garrigan. Joyce outlets to Furch. Furch under the bucket. Layup, no good, but he got fouled. Pursuing was Riker Hoffman, and Furch will shoot 2 free throws. Well, Bishop Garrigan trying to get Joyce on track. We've seen him miss those couple early three-point balls. Over Joyce's past 3 games, he's 5 out of 40 from the field, that is, and 1 of 26 from three-point land. But you can tell Bishop Garrigan looking to get him involved in the offense early here and trying to spray him for a big night in this postseason opener for Garrigan. Meanwhile, Furch at the line right now. His free throws up, and that one off the cuff, no good. We stay tied at 2.
Yeah, the shooting for Bishop Garrigan just in a major slump over the last couple games. Looking to unlock that. Good start to the postseason here against Rockford. Good matchup for them to give a chance to do that.
Second free throw for Furch, and that one will rattle into the cup. 3-2 Bishop Garrigan. The good news for the Golden Bears is the defense has stayed excellent all throughout this shooting drought for the Golden Bears. Defensively, Bishop Garrigan #1 on the top of Iowa West this year, allowing under 47 points per game as Bayham works around the arc to the right, flips it over to the left to Hoffman. Hoffman catch and shoot, rims out on the 3. Bayham can't tip that one home, and Schwab controls the rebound. Schwab between free black jerseys, weaves into the front court and somehow keeps that ball safe. Left corner to Furch, drives in, feeds the jumping Thomas. Thomas under the bucket, trying to turn to the bucket, and he got pushed. Amari Thomas will shoot 2 free throws as he's making his presence felt early in this game.
Regardless of how well the Bears are shooting the ball, you always have Thomas and Lear on the inside battling for rebounds. Always is a great fail-safe. They can always battle to get those putbacks. Amari gets to the line here for his first free throw.
Thomas, a 72% foul shooter, converts on the first one, and it's 4-2 Bishop Garrigan.
But, Tyler, you got to like the law of averages. You have to figure if the Bears are shooting such low percentages now, if they do get it going, boy, they're going to get it going, because just to get that average back to normal, they've got a streak up ahead of them that is going to be pretty.
Well, now would be a good time to do it with the postseason here. Bishop Garrigan up 5-2 as Thomas makes the 2 free throws. Thomas taking the 3rd most free throws per game in the conference, working his way inside. DeBoer banging his way to the bucket, and he'll draw the foul. 2 free throws coming on the other end for Rockford.
Boy, so far both teams are just mirroring each other. Start off the game shooting 3-pointers, so they both did that. Then someone drove the lane. His name was Carter Schwab, and then they drove the lane. And now both teams trying to work it inside to the big guys.
And free throw will rattle in. It is good for DeBoer, who came in 10 out of 29 from the charity stripe, but knocks down the first one to make it 5-3. Well, Rockford is going to take the ball inside tonight. They're one of the rare teams that really doesn't shoot 3-pointers. Only 9.9 3-point attempts per game. They are one of only 2 teams in Class 1A taking less than 10 threes a game. Garrigan throws the ball into the front court. No one looking for it. Furch dove on it late, but knocked it out of bounds. And Bishop Garrigan, sort of an unforced turnover right there off the missed free throw.
Yeah, Lear got the rebound, and he flung it out to Schwab, and then went right past Schwab's hand and just went all the way up the floor to Furch. Might have been looking for a little bit of fast break action there.
4:51 on the clock, quarter number 1, 5-3 Bishop Garrigan. Bounce pass goes left side to Schriever. Schriever to Westby, underneath to DeBoer, pumps against Thomas, nothing there, and then he throws it right to Schwab. He was trying to locate Hoffman in the short corner, but Schwab intercepts. The Bishop Garrigan Jr. into the forecourt. Schwab averaging 14.3 points per game, gives off to Joyce. Passes to Furch, open in the corner, lets it rip. Free ball in and out, then back in. That'll get the Bishop Garrigan shooting going as Furch has 4 points tonight. 8-3 Bishop Garrigan.
That corner 3-point shot by Furch also really stretches out the defense. They got to cover that corner now.
Here's a 3-pointer the other way. That one rattles into the cup as Bayham hits from downtown.
Well, the mirror game continues. You can do it, and then they say I can do it better. We'll see what Schwab has dialed up now.
Bayham's the one 3-point shooter you've really got to identify at Rockford. 35.5% on threes. Joyce in the right corner. He'll take the 3-point ball, and that one's off the back of the iron. Rebound by Furch. Goes right to the bucket and sets it in. Nobody put a body on Tate Furch.
Furch playing like a big man there. Hits a 3-pointer from the corner, then he takes it all the way to the rack in his second try.
10-6 Bishop Garrigan. Westby gets it out to Bayham, pumps, and Joyce closes out of the 3. Bayham drives, shoots over Lear. Tough shot, won't go off glass, and Thomas collects the rebound. Quickly finds Schwab, now to Joyce in the front court. Joyce slicing in, jump stopping, scooping it up, and he put it in! The acrobatics by Michael Joyce.
Any way you can get Joyce going. That's a great drive by him. acrobatic is the perfect word for that guy. He is athletic, and he's got some impressive moves out there.
Bishop Garrigan throwing zone defense here at Rockford as there's a bump in the lane. Westby got run into by Thomas, and that'll be a foul on Bishop Garrigan. First by Thomas, second team foul by the Golden Bears as Mahler gets ready to check in. Schriever will be the inbounder. Down to our right. As Drew Mahler checks in, Nick Lear heads to the bench for Rockford. Ben Beamer into the ball game.
I think these are the first subs of the game, aren't they, Tyler?
They are the first subs. Beamer comes in averaging 4.6 points off the bench as he'll check in for DeBoer. Ball gets inbounded middle of the lane to Hoffman. Hoffman fades back, can't knock down the jumper, and Thomas rips down the rebound. Hoffman had 22 points in that win over West Hancock on 7 of 16 shooting from the field as Rockford wants to get him involved in this one. 3 minutes left in the first quarter, 12-6 Bishop Garrigan. Schwab comes out to the top of the arc, gets the Mahler screen as he deals up the corner pocket to Joyce. Tries from the left side, that one's off the back iron, and Joyce over 4 on 3-point balls as Beamer brings in the rebound. Beamer strides to the forecourt. On the right wing now passes corner pocket to Hoffman. Hoffman forced down to the baseline, throws a high pass caught by Bayham. Bayham pulls from the left wing, left it short, and Mahler there for the rebound. Mahler finds Schwab, comes across half court, 12-6 Bishop Garrigan. Corner to Furch, looking into Thomas, he's blanketed. Cross court feed to Joyce, now underneath to Thomas. Thomas deep in the post, powers it up and in.
Boy, big ball rotation, goes from one corner to the opposite wing. Gets that defense turning their heads, and Amari Thomas sneaks in there for good position, easy bucket.
And that's the thing, don't give up on Thomas if he's not there in the first look as Thomas swats a shot on the other end. Hoffman tried to drive in. Thomas said, not so fast, my friend, as Trayton Sink checks in for Michael Joyce on the Bishop Garrigan side.
So, boy, 5 minutes to the first sub, 6 minutes to the next one. But, boy, people looking fresh this late in the season. People are in shape.
As Furch peels the ball away from Westby in the post, but right there to save it is Schriever for Rockford. Plus, Bishop Garrigan has not played in 6 days, whereas Rockford played on Saturday, so they only had 1 day of rest. Golden Bears have the fresh legs to work with. Schriever tries to split 2 defenders with 9 on the shot clock. Had the ball taken right out of his hands by Furch. Furch goes the other way, threads the pass to Sink. Sink right side, layup in. 16-6 Bishop Garrigan. Golden Bears on an 8-0 scoring run, and Rockford takes the timeout. Head coach Clay Schultz with 1:52 on the clock. It's a 60-second timeout. We'll take it as well. Bishop Garrigan 16 and Rockford 6 on KLGZ Home Country Radio.
More Sports Club members bringing you this broadcast.
Tangle Salon for all your cuts, colors, and hair extensions and massage therapy needs.
Grassmasters, growing satisfied customers.
Chemco Tires, your Goodyear dealer in Algona.
Tom Eischen Sales, your store in the country, your local Toro and Steel dealer.
Central Financial Group, where you belong.
Algona Plumbing and Heating, where a good flush always beats a full house.
Neil Albert Electric, flip the switch to Albert Electric.
Helmer's Insurance Agency, stop by for an insurance quote today.
All bringing you this postseason action.
Steyr Ag is proud to be leading the farm community with top quality service and products. We work hard to support our customers with innovative solutions to increase your yields. You can count on Steyr Ag to provide the highest quality products that will achieve the highest quality results. Here at Steyr Ag, we offer Channel Seed and the best channel seedsman in the area, Mr. Eric Goodman. We work with all the major chem companies to bring you the best weed control package with the lowest cost. We also offer precise aerial and ground application with the best applicators to ensure an accurate and quality application. Let Steyr Ag show you the true potential of your farm.
Back here at Bishop Garrigan High School, the Golden Bears have a 16-6 lead over the Rockford Warriors. Westby working baseline right side, powers in against Sink. He'll flip it back out to the perimeter, but the ball got tipped and taken by Mahler. Sink runs the other way as Garrigan has tried to push the pace early. Mahler to Schwab with 1:33 left in the first quarter. As postseason basketball here on KLGZ is brought to you by Edward Jones. Sink brings it around in between the circles now to Furch, over to the right to Schwab. 1:22 left on the clock. Schwab gets a screen by Mahler, finds Furch left wing. Furch buries a three-pointer. The QB1 feeling it early.
Yeah, Furch has a hot hand. That's 2 3-point shots drained by Furch. Another nice layup at the bucket. And now it's all defense.
Westby bullying his way inside, tried to reverse and made that a much tougher shot. Ball got tipped away and Mahler has it for Bishop Garrigan. Finds Schwab in transition, pulls up for the jumper in the lane, won't go. And rebound right into the hands of Sink. Schwab clicking to Furch. Left corner, Furch again. Good again! Tate Furch from downtown. 22-6 Bears.
He has a big cheer for his bench. He tells them to let's go, come on. He's feeling it now. Furch is showing up for the postseason.
Bishop Garrigan in the 1-2-2 zone defense, driving in Bayham. Bayham floater doesn't go. He missed it right, and Thomas snatches the rebound. Quickly outlet to Furch. Furch bounce pass to Sink. Pumps, puts it up, and he traveled. Well, Bishop Garrigan, right idea. Hustled the ball down the court. They had the advantage there, but just turned it over. 31 seconds remaining in the quarter. In spite of that, though, Tate Furch, 12 of the 22 Bishop Garrigan points so far. He came in averaging 6, and he is heating up here early in the postseason.
That time Furch tried to make it happen with the assist. We saw Furch give the ball to Trayton Sink a lot back in the fall during football season. He's trying to get that same magic going here in the postseason for basketball. But this Garrigan defense, Tyler, has been stifling. Rockford has hardly got a shot on goal in the last 3 minutes.
Joyce placed at the top of that 1-2-2 zone for Bishop Garrigan as Hoffman is more than content to dribble away the time and try to take the last shot. Bayham now gets the ball from Hoffman of 7 seconds. Lobs it across the beamer, rotates corner to Hoffman, and his three-pointer is blocked by Lear with 3 seconds left. I don't think I've ever seen anyone block more three-point attempts than Lear has this season.
Yeah, he should have some pins on his letter jacket or something for every time he gets one of those blocks from the corner three. He loves to get out there. He's got that wingspan. But yeah, Rockford can't get a shot.
Hoffman gets a shot off at the horn. It's off the rack, no good. He left it just a bit short on that tough jumper, and quarter number 1 is over. A little bit of a tepid start for Bishop Garrigan, but they roll late. Bishop Garrigan ends the quarter on a 14-0 scoring run. They lead 22-6 heading to the second on KLGZ Home Country Radio.
Where you bank matters. Hi, I'm Sherry Bacon at Security State Bank, and we're relationship bankers. We get to know our customers and understand their financial needs. We're locally owned and operated, which means family, community, and service always comes first. So come to Security State Bank. We'll treat you like family. Security State Bank in Algona, Burt, and Laverne. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Security State Bank.
More Sports Club members bringing you this broadcast.
Erpelding Voigt & Company CPAs, they're not just about taxes.
Bill's Auto and Truck Repair, service is the difference.
Glenn's Green Thumb, your vision, our green thumb.
Strowman Dental, giving you something to smile about.
Algona Frame and Auto Body, we meet by accident.
Countryside Barbecue Sauce with 2 sauces for all seasons.
Algona Livestock Auction, sales every Monday.
American Glass, for all your glass needs, think American.
Sportsman's Corner, your power sports headquarters.
All bringing you this tournament action.
Bishop Garrigan 22, Rockford 6 as we begin the second quarter on Home Country Radio. The postseason basketball action brought to you by Edward Jones. A steal by Bishop Garrigan. Joyce runs the floor, got to the rack, and he scored it. Had Bayham right in his rearview mirror, but Joyce unbothered and makes it 24-6.
Just such a quick first step. He just flies to the basket.
This is now a 16-0 scoring run by the Golden Bears. The Sink tips the ball away and he steals it. Rockford turns it over about 17.7 times per game on the season, and they're struggling in that category tonight. Joyce threads it into Sink. Sink swarmed by black jerseys and the ball taken away by Bayham. Bayham runs the floor, he sails in, and he missed off the back of the cup. Missed on the point blanker that time, and Mahler controls the rebound. Bishop Garrigan in serious push on the gas pedal mode here to start the second quarter, leading 24-6. Sink feeds Lear. Lear power dribbles, kicks out to Mahler, but Bayham intercepts, and now Bayham wants to sprint the other way for this Warrior team that's won 4 straight. Bayham the Euro step and the score.
Well, Bayham has been all the offense that Rockford can muster. He can create shots, and against this Bear defense, he's been the only one able to crack that code.
Bayham's come in averaging 11.6 points per game, the only Rockford player averaging double figures. In this starting lineup that has 5 seniors, Joyce top of the arc, works into the paint, deals corner to Mahler, squares for a 3, and airballed it. But the ball went off the hands of Corbin Harrison out of bounds. Bishop Garrigan will get to keep it.
Harrison was setting up for a rebound, wasn't expecting the air ball, and just bounced right off him as it cleared the rim.
Amari Thomas comes back in for Bishop Garrigan as Drew Mahler will take a seat on the pine. The Golden Bears, they've been held under 60 points in 5 of their past 6 games, so to already have 24, a positive sign for this offense. Let's try to get back on track. Sink in the short corner left side, looking for Thomas in the post. A nice knock away that time by Hoffman, and now Bayham runs the floor. Joyce poking at the basketball, but he got some wrist as well. He was trying to stop the fast break, and Bayham will draw the foul by Joyce. They will say that Bayham began his active shooting there, so he will shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, Bayham has got great speed, good ball control on the open floor, and he can clearly get to the rack with ease. So he is a player that can shoot Rockford back into this game, but down 24-9 here in the second quarter, that is a daunting task.
Westby replaces Harris in the lineup for Rockford, as Bayham, about 60.5% of the foul line this season. We'll try to make both of them here as he left the second one short, but it deflects in to make it 24-10. Free throws have been a massive Achilles heel for Rockford, only shooting 47% this year at the line, but Bayham, one of their better free throw shooters, makes both, and the score now 24-10. Schwab with the left elbow, comes out to Joyce, now back to Schwab. On the wing, he'll let it rip. He rattles in the three-point shot. 27-10 Golden Bears as Schwab is on the board. Bayham will jog it across half court for Rockford. Bayham gets the ball between the circles, rotates it left to Schriever, now back to Bayham. Bayham got past Furch, but Furch poked it away to Joyce. Joyce outs to Furch, collects himself under the bucket, lays it up and in. Bayham tried to slap that ball off the glass, but couldn't reach it, and it's 29-10 Golden Bears.
This Garrigan defense, Tyler, really playing well, really aggressive.
Now they're playing a 2-3 zone here. They did the 1-2-2 earlier. They switched to the 2-3 as Coach Meister talked about the ability to switch between defenses and confuse the offense. Schriever deep on the left side with 19 on the shot clock, 5:41 on the game clock. Bishop Garrigan up by 19 right now. Here's Bayham. Bayham works around the screen, into the paint. He hangs. Lear tipped that shot, his second block of the night, and gives them off to Schwab. Schwab on the accelerator, stops and deals out to Joyce. Left by himself, he hesitated and didn't take the three. Returns the ball to Schwab. Schwab cans a three-pointer. 32-10.
No hesitation by Schwab. Once a shooter gets going, as Schwab did just a moment ago, he had a nice set shot. That time he shoots right in rhythm. Joyce and Schwab teaming up there, assist to shot.
Schwab's a 34% three-point shooter, is working his way inside. Hoffman took the bump that time, and Hoffman will shoot 2 free throws on the other end for Rockford. Golden Bears up 32-10 right now as Rockford going back to the stripe. And this Bishop Garrigan pace and ball movement so far really making things tough on the Rockford Warriors. And, of course, turnovers lead to transition, and Bishop Garrigan loves to run, which is why these turnovers have been so damaging for the Warriors.
And this 2-3 defense that the Bears have set up on. They've got Learer and Amari Thomas inside. Those guys are both standing over 6'5". And if Bayham does drive, he's got to shoot over those guys. So just really limited to what Rockford can do offensively against this Bear size.
It's 2 free throw misses for Hoffman, and the score stays 32-10 Bishop Garrigan. The Golden Bears have scored at least 60 points in 11 of the first 15 games as Joyce with a nice back cut on the score off the feed by Furch. Like we said, though, in 5 of the past 6, Bishop Garrigan's been held below 60, but already well above that pace, up 34-10, not even halfway through the second quarter.
That's a nice assist by Furch. And another way to get Joyce, out of his shooting slump. Don't have the ball in his hands. Let him cut to the basket. Let his teammates feed him. And, boy, that's a nice cut and shot.
Oh, Bayham got Joyce to jump. He drove right by him, and he laid it in. Bayham just waited and waited and waited, and then Joyce jumped out on him, and Bayham saw the opening to drive right by to make it 34-12.
Yeah, Thomas and Lear, though they were inside, they just had Bayham go right by him, and I think they were surprised that he got all the way to the rack that fast.
Ball got knocked out of bounds. Bishop Garrigan will keep it with 4:21 left in the second quarter, leading 34-12. Winner of this game will play on Thursday against the winner of Riceville and West Fork. We'll try to get you a score on that game once that ball game wraps up as well. Thomas gets it out to Schwab on the right wing. He's feeling it, and he hits it again. Keep shooting it, Carter Schwab. 37-12 Golden Bears.
Boy, those last 3 shots by Schwab, total confidence, nothing but net. That'll get anyone out of a slump, and he gets a steal.
Bayham threw the pass right to him. Schwab deals to Joyce. Joyce to the bucket, and he sets it in. 39-12 Golden Bears as the defense is turning into offense, and Rockford needs another timeout. A 30-second timeout by head coach Clay Schultz. But you need to think about playing zone defense. You can sit back in the zone and just wait around for something to happen, but teams that are really good at playing the zone, they're very active in that zone, and they make things happen. That's what Garrigan's doing right now.
Yeah, they're getting good pressure at the top, knowing that they've got the shot blockers behind them, and Rockford coming down the floor, kind of telegraphing those passes, and Schwab, Furch, and Joyce at the top of that key are just feasting on those guards, errant passes, easy layups the other way, and those are just backbreakers. You work so hard to get any shots against this Garrigan defense, and then when you just give the ball away like that.
So Bishop Garrigan enjoying a 39-12 lead right now over Rockford and really getting that offense rolling once again. We saw in the final 3 games of the regular season, Bishop Garrigan had a really dispiriting 45-29 loss against Forest City. They beat West Hancock, but it was a game where both teams scored in the 40s, and then they had a game against North Iowa where they were only up by 1 at halftime and then ended up winning that game by just 12 points. And again, we're held below the 60-point mark. So
yeah, the Bears need a big scoring game in the worst way, but they're just short of 40 points here. Maybe tonight's the answer.
So far it has been. So after the final 3 regular season games, we're a struggle on offense. Bishop Garrigan has gotten it rolling here tonight. Hoffman passes over to the right to Beamer, works the baseline, steps by Furch. He put it in, he drew the foul. What a job by Beamer, squeezing in between a tight space that time with a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, that's a great response to the coach's timeout. Rockford comes right out, gets to the basket. both teams trying to get to the basket. Garrigan's had a lot more offensive attacks to the basket that have been assisted baskets, which is always good to see.
Ben Beamer, the top free throw shooter on this Warrior team, rattles on the foul shot, and it's 39-15 Bishop Garrigan. 3:27 remaining in quarter number 1. Furch on the left wing, comes out to Lear, top of the arc. Looking in for Thomas, guarded by Westby. Thomas facing the bucket, back into Lear. Lear spinning between 2 defenders, but that ball got stripped out by Hoffman. Great low hands that time by the Rockford senior to knock that one out of Lear's hands. Trayton Sink and Drew Mahler will enter for Bishop Garrigan. Nick Lear and Tate Furch will head to the bench. As Furch right now, 14 points, 2 shy of his career high in this first half. Not nearly done. Sink gets into Schwab on the left wing. Closely guarded by Beamer. Now to Joyce. Joyce driving downhill, got to the rack. That ball spun out, but a late foul call on the play. And 2 free throws for Joyce. As everyone's stopping and looking for Rockford. But Joyce will head to the stripe, where he is a 64% free throw shooter. As Joyce came in averaging 14 points per game. We've seen Joyce pass up a few free-pointers in this ballgame after those early misses, but now, with the three-point shooting maybe not back on track yet, we're really seeing him drive aggressively to the basket, which is a good way to get that offense rolling.
And he's been running the floor well. And, sometimes when one facet of your game is slumping, you just got to use another facet of your game. And Joyce had a couple nice cuts to the basket. Furch found him on some nice buckets. Good team basketball. It's not just all about shooting that long ball. You got to keep that ball moving around. The Bears are doing that well here in spurts tonight.
Well, Joyce's free throws aren't in the slump. He made them both as Beamer drives his lane, but he's met at the top by Amari Thomas. And the Golden Bears come back the other direction of 2:55 left in the quarter. Joyce on the acceleration, dumps off for Thomas. Thomas lays it in. What a find by Joyce.
Another basket because of a good assist. Boy, we got to keep track of the assists tonight. That really gets a team playing well together when they start playing selflessly.
This Garrigan team so unselfish with the basketball. They don't care who's the star on a given night. They just care about winning, and right now they're winning 43-15. Beamer around the arc to the right, stumbling a little bit, but regaining his balance of 17 on the shot clock. Gives off to Hoffman, who's been held scoreless so far today after scoring 22 against West Hancock. Hoffman works in. Thomas may have bothered that shot. It's off glass, no. And the follow-up is swatted out of DeBoer's hands. Rockford still controls the ball, though. Beamer with 3 on the shot clock. Beamer doesn't know he's out of time. Beamer's got a hoist. He heard his bench yelling at him. Oh, and he banks in the 3. Ben Beamer uses glass to make it 43-18. Bishop Garrigan has the ball left. Back now with 2:03 left in the first half. Bucket is towards left right now as Schwab pops out to the top of the key. Gets the Thomas screen as Schwab heads around to the right. Sidesteps into a tray. That ball rims out, and rebound is ripped down by DeBoer. Rockford with possession. Riker Hoffman into the forecourt. Hoffman trying to slice by Sink. Sink, a great job staying in front, and the travel is forced as Hoffman will turn it over. Sink is really that stopper on defense for Bishop Garrigan. It's those small nuances of the game that you're looking for, and he forces the turnover as Bayham checks back in. 1:44 remaining in the first half. This postseason action presented to you by Edward Jones as Bishop Garrigan leads 43-18. Sink on the right side, looking into Mahler in the high post. Mahler takes one dribble and whips it out to Joyce. Joyce down the lane, lost control of the basketball, and it's picked up off the deck by Westby. Rockford still active with the hands. Bam kicks it out to Beamer. Beamer another 3-point try, and Beamer line drive that one, no good. It got rim, and rebound controlled by Sink. Sink quickly finds Joyce. Joyce steps right by the defender, missed the finger roll though, and rebound controlled by Westby, but it's thrown to Schwab. Schwab out to Joyce. Joyce will try 3. Joyce line drived it, didn't get his legs into that shot as Thomas chases down the offensive board. Ball swatted out of bounds on the pass by Beamer, and the frenetic pace continues with 1:05 left in the first half. Bishop Garrigan will have possession, with Joyce being the inbounder, and now they'll switch out here and make Sink the inbounder. 43-18 Golden Bears. Trying to continue their season into Thursday night as the ball is thrown right to Bayham, a Golden Bear turnover. Bayham wants to run the floor. Bayham against Sink. Sink staying in front, but Bayham rolls it up and in. Bayham in transition has been a good formula for Rockford today. 23-point Garrigan lead as Joyce drives in. Bayham blocked it. Sink cleanup won't go. Bayham swats it out of there, and Hoffman has the ball for Rockford. But then the ball is lost out of bounds as the Rockford bench, and Bishop Garrigan will get it back. Furch checks in for Sink for the Golden Bears, as Furch will be the inbounder of 47 seconds remaining in the first half, and a 43-20 Garrigan lead. Furch looks as Joyce comes open late. There's about a 12-second difference right now between game clock and shot clock, of 42 in the game clock. Joyce will casually dribble around towards the right and bounce the pass over to Schwab. Schwab whips it near side to Furch. Now left quarter to Joyce. 22 on the shot clock. Joyce accelerates, hits the spin move left, rise for a one-legged jumper. That one won't go either. And rebound collected by Rockford, but it's throwing to Thomas in the paint. Thomas off glass with the right hand, and he cashes in. Rockford had the rebound, but you've always got to watch for Omari Thomas lurking in the background.
Oh boy, Amari wasn't even expecting that one. The ball came rolling right towards his ankles. He said, "Thank you very much, sir." Picks it up, easy layup.
Now 9 seconds left in the first half. Shot clock is off. Beamer gets the screen. Beamer flips it over to the left to Bam. Bam, 3 or 4 seconds left. Left it way short. Ball trickles on the rim right to Joyce. Joyce, half-court heave, and that one is no good, and the first half is over. Bishop Garrigan in control right now as the score 45-20. Golden Bears heading to the locker room right here on Home Country Radio KLGZ and at the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
If you're near retirement or thinking about retiring, you probably have questions. How do you make your savings last? How much do you take out and when? You're ready for retirement, but are your finances? Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Bruce Keith, can help you build a strategy to help make sure your finances keep up with your long-term needs. You've done what it takes to get there. Now it's time to get the most out of retirement. Call me at 515-295-5173 or Jerry Sokup, Mackenzie Jorgensen, and Brady Ross. Together, we are your local Edward Jones financial advisors. Edward Jones, members SIPC.
A big bank can deliver the products you need and the convenience you expect. A small bank can make you feel like family. At Fidelity Bank and Trust, we don't think you should have to choose. Your hometown bankers have roots here. We understand the community and why you want to live here, because we live here too. We're big enough to deliver, yet small enough to care. Fidelity Bank and Trust, your hometown bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your hometown Fidelity Bank and Trust, located in Bancroft, Iowa.
At Wiffles Hybrids, they're completely focused on developing and producing the very best seed corn on the planet. A snack they've been polishing for more than 70 years, right here in the heart of the Corn Belt. Wiffles Hybrid, one thing done right. For more information, contact Rich Rosenmeyer, Dale Lappy, or Mitchell Carroll at JDR Seed of Wesley, 515-341-2452, or visit wiffles.com.
More Sports Club members bringing you tournament action.
Farm and Home Services. Check their listings at farmhomeservices.com.
Styles Salon, your salon in Algona. Create yourself.
Holmes Animal Clinic, caring for your pets, big and small. They love them all.
Daylight Donuts, open early, serving freshly made donuts, rolls, and coffee.
TAFE Wellness Center, Algona and Armstrong, keeping athletes in the game with chiropractic care.
Billy Offerman, your Algona State Farm insurance agents.
All bringing you this postseason action.
Signworks Inc. has solutions for your signage needs as well as vehicle graphics in all sizes. From a logo on the window to wrapping your entire vehicle, whether it's a banner, magnetic, or building signage, Signworks Inc. strives to provide fast, friendly service. They also are a source for custom screen printing on garments. If they can't provide you with what you need, they will direct you to who can. They are your local resource for signage and screen printing using your ideas and their creativity. Signworks Inc., 1613 East Locust Street, Algona, 295-9544, or email info@signworksinc.com. More Sports Boosters bringing you tournament broadcasts.
The Water Connection, from softeners to bottled water and service, call 295-SOFT.
Dance Connection and Tumbling by Michelle. Passionate about teaching, creative about dance.
Cotton Grave Farm Management and Land Realty, trusted for farmland service since 1960.
Good Samaritan Society Algona. Senior housing and services rooted in God's love.
Schindler Lawn Care and Landscaping, 515-320-3840 or schindlerlawncare@gmail.com.
All bringing you this tournament action. Postseason sports action brought to you by
Lentz Funeral Home, someone who cares and understands.
Nielsen Trucking, your project is their priority.
Murphy Farm Services, your local Generac and Cummins sales and service dealer in Algona.
State Line Cooperative, real people, real pride.
The Market, be happy, shop the Market.
Al Lobig Marine, your local Mercury Repower Center in Wesley.
Steinman Insulation and Roofing in Wesley, they have you covered.
Johnny's Bar and Grill in Wesley, all you can eat roasted chicken on Tuesday nights.
Bringing you postseason action.
That's it for the first half of postseason basketball, presented by your Algona Edward Jones representatives, Bruce Keith, Jerry Sokup, Mackenzie Jorgensen, and Brady Ross. Now to break down the first half, here's Tyler Lance and Beanie Bodie.
It is halftime right now at Bishop Garrigan High School as the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears lead the Rockford Warriors 45-20 here on Home Country Radio KLGZ. Winner of this game moves on to face the winner of Riceville and West Fork on Thursday night. Before we talk more about the boys game, we're going to welcome in Bishop Garrigan girls basketball coach Brandon Schwab as the Bishop Garrigan girls play GTRA tomorrow night. Coach, first of all, thanks for stopping by at halftime here. Obviously, you get ready for another postseason run, and it will hopefully be a deep postseason run for the Golden Bears. But first, what's the excitement like heading into the postseason? Because obviously, this is a really fun time of the year. It's the winner go home time, and the intensity is taken up a level. So what's the energy like around the team right now with this postseason coming up?
Well, our kids are excited. I mean, you work to get into this point all season long, and now you're here, you know, and our kids are excited. They know the challenges ahead of us, and it starts tomorrow night, and our kids, we've had some great practices, and our kids are focused and going to be ready to go.
And Coach, the experience in this program is something that really builds on itself. Of course, there was the past era of Molly Joyce and Audie Crooks, but then great players like Abby Capacious pick up the reins and kind of lead the team to state last year. And now the group of players who are currently here, it's their turn to step up and really lead the team to state too. So, you know, the experience factor, how big is that in the postseason heading in?
Well, I think it's big. Our kids have been in a lot of big games. You know, our lineup's been in a lot of big games, and they understand, you know, in districts we're going to see some adversity sometime. Could be tomorrow night, could be, you know, if we're fortunate enough to win a next round. But our kids are used to adversity. We talked about it tonight at practice that it's going to hit at some point. That's a part of a postseason, and the toughest teams get through some moments that might not be the greatest, and really ride high on the moments that we are playing well. So I just know we got a group really excited to play, and really excited to play Grettinger tomorrow.
Well, Coach, the team's no stranger to having a first-round bye in the postseason by merit of what they did in the regular season, so that lets you sit back a little bit, watch what happens in the first round, take in that GTRA versus North Iowa game, and kind of get a head start on scouting the opponent. How big of an advantage is that for you guys heading into tomorrow night?
Well, if anything, it's nice to have a few days off, you know, of just getting back to practice and working on some things that, you know, we needed to touch on that, you know, during the season, especially down the stretch there, we didn't have a lot of practice time, and you're constantly working on the next game. So we were able to definitely touch on some areas that we needed to get better on, and I thought we really put some nice practices together and really worked hard.
Well, Coach, we're 24 hours from that game tipping off tomorrow night. Obviously, you know, final preparations for the game are underway. Good to see a lot of the girls here tonight watching the boys game. But what does that final day before a big game like tomorrow look like for you guys?
Just, you know, staying crisp on things. You know, our offense, our defensive transition, you know, our matchups, and you know, just staying crisp, getting shots up, keeping confidence in our players, and you know, just keeping legs out from under them, and being able to make sure that we got fresh ones for tomorrow. And you know, we worked hard the last few days of practice and on Grettinger Terrell, and you know, some things that they bring to the game, and some things we're trying to limit.
Well, Coach, we're looking forward to seeing tomorrow night's game as Bishop Garrigan takes on GTRA. Thank you so much for stopping by at halftime, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you.
That's Bishop Garrigan girls basketball coach Brandon Schwab joining us on Home Country Radio KLGZ to preview tomorrow night's game as Bishop Garrigan takes on GTRA. Meanwhile, we'll step aside for a quick timeout. When we get back, second half of this one between Bishop Garrigan and Rockford. The Golden Bear boys lead the Rockford Warriors 45-20 on KLGZ and at the Elko Radio YouTube channel.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work towards meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact myself, Brady Ross, at 515-295-7763. Together with Bruce Keith, Jerry Sokup, and Mackenzie Jorgensen, we are your local Edward Jones financial advisors. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Is your student athlete on the injured list? We can help. This is Wendy Wagner, physical therapy assistant at Kasuth Regional Health Center. As a former student athlete and coach, I want to help you get back in the game feeling healthy and injury-free. Our staff works closely with local healthcare providers and specialists throughout the area for a recovery plan that works for you. Best of luck to all our area athletes this season. We will be cheering for you.
Kasuth Regional Health Center, your home for healthcare.
Postseason Tournament Sports brought to you by
Grand Jeanette Jewelry. Think inside the box.
Miller's Bar and Grill. Savor the flavor in every bite.
Lance and Tracy Ludwig, your Channel Seed dealer in Wesley.
Shoemaker Well and Water Care. Water for life. Purity guaranteed.
Goshi Custom Cabinets in Bancroft. Creativity that fits your space.
Triple W Livestock in Wesley. Embrace the livestock lifestyle.
Algona Feed Store. Feed for all kinds of animals.
From our homestead to yours, you'll find what you need at the Homestead Country Store.
All bringing you this broadcast.
Back here at Bishop Garrigan High School, the second half approaches between the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears and Rockford Warriors. Postseason action on Home Country Radio, KLGZ, and the Algona Radio YouTube stream presented by your Algona Edward Jones representatives. Talk to them today. As Bishop Garrigan at the half, they're up 45-20 right now over the Rockford Warriors. I'm Tyler Lance alongside Beanie Bodie. Right now, Tate Furch leading the way with 14 points for Bishop Garrigan. Charles Bayham, 13 points to lead the Rockford Warriors. Beanie, what's the biggest thing you're watching for as we enter half number 2?
Well, I want to see what Rockford's going to do coming out of this halftime. Bayham's got 13 out of their 20 points, and that's against a very stout Garrigan defense that has kept the Rockford offense from getting anything going collectively as a team. But Bayham, as an individual, is doing really well against the defense. He's able to drive in the lane. He's a good shooter. So we'll see how he comes out of this locker room, because he's their shot. We'll see if Garrigan tries to do anything special with him.
Bishop Garrigan begins the second half of the basketball, moving left to right on the radio dials. We are rolling here from Bishop Garrigan High School. Right now, it is Schwab on the left wing with the Golden Bears as Thomas comes out to the top of the key and gives up to Joyce. Slicing in and stopping on the elbow, now bouncing out behind him to Schwab. Schwab's near side to Furch. Furch out to Schwab, top of the arc. Schwab is going to pull for a free, and that one missed a little bit left. Sailing in for the rebound is Hoffman as he's able to outreach Lear for that one. Hoffman got bumped as he brought the ball to the front court. That's going to be a foul against Schwab.
Well, Schwab had a hot hand there in the second quarter. He hit 3 in a row, really extended the Garrigan lead with his 3 3-pointers. So no problem with him taking that shot to start off, see if the heat was still on.
It was Furch with 14 points in the first half, Joyce of 10, Schwab of 9, and Thomas of 8. Balanced scoring for the Golden Bears as the pass is whipped across the court to Bayham on the wing for Rockford. Bounces the pass off the shin of Schwab and out of bounds as Rockford will keep it with 7:21 on the clock.
Boy, Rockford doing what so many teams have done against Garrigan this year. When Garrigan puts in these various zone looks, it's a real puzzle for these teams to come in and solve. Rockford trying to solve this 1-2-2.
Hoffman into the forecourt. Joyce playing at the top of that 1-2-2 for Bishop Garrigan. Thomas and Lear at the bottom. Cross-court feed, and that ball's thrown way out of bounds. Schriever arcs that pass up about sky high, and no one had a chance to go get that one on the ladder side.
Well, he saw it just worked a moment ago when you called it where they whipped the ball across the floor. They're going from corner to the wing. That's a tough pass to throw. It's a lot farther than it looks, and they just tried to go corner to corner, and that ball was nowhere close.
Rockford does a good job of covering up the back cut by Joyce that time as Furch dribbles on the left wing. Joyce circles around, gets the ball, comes out to Furch. Catch and shoot on the 3, but he airballed that one. Thomas bombs the rebound, but it's into the hands of Lear for Bishop Garrigan. Deals to Schwab, now dumps off for Thomas on the block. Outside to Joyce on the left wing, guarded closely by Schriever. Joyce accelerates down the lane, scoops it up, and can't finish on the way up. Rebound controlled by Schriever for Rockford. Schriever into the forecourt, 6:36 on the clock in quarter number 3 as we're looking for our first points of the quarter. Into the high post to Westby, looks underneath for DeBoer. Ball out of bounds, and Rockford touched it last. Bishop Garrigan will get it back. Golden Bears outscored the Warriors 22-6 in the first quarter and 23-13 in the second quarter, leading right now 45-20. Schwab working around to the right as he'll hand the ball off to Joyce. Joyce top of the arc, stops and gives off to Furch. Left side, Furch deals to Thomas on the elbow, now to Schwab. Schwab takes it across the foul line. Schwab rising up, fighting Lear underneath. Lear's gonna slam it home! Oh, an emphatic jam by Nick Lear. He's gonna bring this crowd to its feet.
Oh, give half that jam to Schwab. Great assist, Lear wide open, but can't do it if Schwab doesn't give him the ball. Beautiful play.
Bayham on the other end, 3-point try, barely graces the rim, and Thomas picks the rebound out of the sky. At no point did I think Nick Lear was going to go for the jump or the dunk there until he actually ended up dunking it. I thought he was just going to try to set that ball in as Joyce turnaround jumper from the baseline won't go. Bayham collects the rebound.
When you get that nice assist there to Lear, it makes you want more of those. And so Joyce and Schwab, they both have some good assists. They start hunting for those, and that makes that inside game all the more deadly.
Well, that had to be a fresh breath of air for Lear, because I know he's wanted to do that in the game for a long time, but with how trafficked it is in the paint, the attention paid to him and Thomas, there's really never enough space for him to do that, but that time he had it.
Yeah, he finally got a seam.
Bayham top of the arc, lobs it over to the right to Hoffman, who is still scoreless in this ballgame after scoring 22 against West Hancock. Passes cross court to Bayham. Bayham down the paint, bangs into Lear, and he drew the foul. He got Lear to jump just a couple inches off the floor that time. He and Thomas both went for it, and the foul picked up by Bishop Garrigan, the second team foul on the Golden Bears.
Well, there we see the Rockford offense always goes through Charles Bayham. They got to try to get him the ball. He's got 13 out of their 20 points. He's going to try to add to his 13-point total here. Foul goes on Lear. That's his third. Always a bit of an Achilles heel for Nick Lear, but throughout his career, he's been able to manage and improve on keeping out of foul trouble. But he's going to take a seat now with those 3 fouls. So put those dunks on hold. Won't be able to search for another one just yet.
Yeah, Lear dapping up the Garrigan ball boys on the bench right now as Bayham splits the pair of free throws, 47-21 right now.
Well, there's 2 currencies in high school basketball, the dunk and then the ankle breaker. Those are what matter.
Those are what make the highlight reels. We'll see if we can get an ankle breaker from Joyce. In the lane to Furch. Furch scoops it up and in at the right hand. Tate Furch has tied a career high of 16 points.
Another basket because of a good assist. Like to see that tonight, these Bears being selfless, passing the ball to their teammates.
Bishop Garrigan now in the 2-free zone. Bayham banging inside, kicking corner pocket to Hoffman. Hoffman's free, hops off the rim, it won't go. Ball tipped back up, that one won't go. Third opportunity, and DeBoer can't set it in. Bishop Garrigan finally controls the rebound. Furch up the right side of the court. Furch weaving into traffic, rolling it up and in. A nice move by Tate Furch, and a career high in points. Furch said, I'll take it myself, and it's 51-21 Golden Bears.
Yeah, we shouldn't be surprised that Tate Furch is having a career high. He loves the playoffs. He is a gamer. He's going to always go for it.
Bayham initiating contact inside, draws the foul by Mahler, and he'll shoot 2 more free throws. Bayham is a foul magnet right now, and he is back to the charity stripe. That foul on Mahler, his first personal. Team foul 3 on Bishop Garrigan, 4:21 left in the third quarter. As Bayham's free throw will drop through the net to make it 51-22. Ben Beamer into the ball game. Chipped in 6 points off the bench in the first half as Westby heads to the Pine. Second free throw for Bayham right now for Rockford as Bayham putting together a nice night. Makes the second free throw as he has 16 points, and it's 51-23. Furch at the controls right now for Bishop Garrigan. Schwab and Joyce off the ball here, Furch running point. Now Schwab gets the pass from Furch, top of the arc. Finds Joyce from the paint. Spins into traffic, kicks up to Schwab. Wanted to drive, then steps back. Rotates to Furch left. Furch driving into the paint. Furch drew some contact, and he'll shoot 2 free throws. Furch hit on the arm that time on the drive as Bishop Garrigan shared the ball. They were looking for the downhill attack, and eventually Furch will draw the foul there.
Well, I like this approach. Have Furch bring the ball up the floor. That gives Schwab and Joyce a chance to get some action going out there on the wing. Maybe cut to the basket. They've had a couple good baskets off assists of those guys cutting to the basket. You got Drew Moeller and Amari Thomas, the big men right now, both very capable down there. And here they go for a big box out.
In spite of Bishop Garrigan having 51 points, you still feel like they're trying to find rhythm on offense. The transition offense has been excellent. No complaints about that, but the half-court offense, they're still looking for a little bit of rhythm, and you can see in some of those sets they're running, trying to find it, trying to do different things, as now defensively they'll do something different. A 1-3-1 zone of Joyce playing at the top, Furch down at the bottom. Here's the drive by Beamer. Beamer hits it off the side of the glass. The follow, no good, as DeBoer can't tip that ball in, and now Bishop Garrigan runs the other way. Schwab, corner pocket to Joyce, lets it rip. Free ball is short, and Rockford eventually controls the rebound. They threw it to Joyce, though. Joyce shovels it back in. It was Schriever tiptoeing the baseline as he was falling out of bounds, threw it off the leg of Joyce, but now Bishop Garrigan has it. Schwab pulling the string on a three-pointer and hitting it.
Boy, that's just a one-on-one move Schwab's done a million times in the gym. Kind of a crossover dribble, set up his shot, just drains it. That is definitely from years of shooting that rhythm shot in practice.
Schwab gives Bishop Garrigan a 55-23 lead as Golden Bears now take the ball away. Up to Joyce. Joyce lobs it up for Schwab, but intercepted by Bayham. Tries to throw it off Schwab, but threw right to him. Schwab turns 360. He put it up and in, and he drew the foul. Bishop Garrigan saves another loose ball play and a chance for a three-point play by Schwab.
That was a helter-skelter 20 seconds there, and turned up roses for the Bears as it went. Bayham tried to save that ball. He actually tried to throw it off of one of the Golden Bears, and Schwab was able to get a handle, convert it into a three-point play here. 57-23. This lead is ballooning. It all started with some good rebounding by Drew Moeller on the fast break, and then Amari Thomas with the stuff on defense. So, like you said earlier, Tyler, defense to offense is really going well for the Bears.
15 points now for Schwab. 58-23. Golden Bears right now have 2:58 left in the third quarter. When you look at the big three for Bishop Garrigan, Joyce has led the team in scoring 8 times, Thomas has led the team in scoring 8 times, and Schwab has led the team in scoring 7 times. So things really go back and forth between those three. Right now, Furch, though, leading the way in scoring as Bam is trying to shake loose for a shot. He steps back, 3 over Thomas, left it short, and Schwab parachutes in for the rebound. Schwab outlets to Joyce right side. Joyce takes it right into the body of Bam. Bam blocked the shot, though, but the ball trickles over to Mahler. Into Thomas. Thomas tiptoeing through the paint and dealing out to Joyce. Shovels to Furch, 1 step right of center. Left wing to Schwab. Back out to Furch with 2:22 left in the third quarter and 17 on the shot clock. Schwab pumps out 1 step to the right of center, feeds Joyce right of the paint. Oh, there's the ankle breaker. Joyce went inside, but the shot got stuffed by Harris. Joyce got a man to fall down right in front of him, but Harris with the good help defense to block it out of bounds with 8 on the shot clock. Harris will check out. Westby into the ball game for Rockford. And the clock now running of Bishop Garrigan up by 35. Furch whips the pass into Schwab, deep on the wing. He's going to let it rip. A little bit strong on the three-point ball, and Westby boxes out Thomas for the rebound. Into the corner on the other end, it's Schriever. Schriever drives baseline, lost control of the ball and got it back. Shovels it into the lane. Thomas tips it away to Schwab. Schwab running the floor. Garrigan of numbers. Threads it to Joyce. Joyce to the rack, and he lays it in. 12 points by Joyce. 60-23 Golden Bears. And that transition O continues to be excellent for Bishop Garrigan tonight. A turnover bug continues for Rockford. Garrigan in the 1-3-1 zone of 1:19 left in the third quarter. Pass goes to Schriever, who brings it back out beyond the arc. In the lane to Hoffman. Hoffman powers it up. Shot won't go as Garrigan put a ton of traffic in the paint. Thomas grabs the rebound. Furch with pace the other way. Down to the baseline left side, out to Mahler of 1:05 left in the quarter. Top of the arc to Schwab. Takes a couple steps backwards. Bam comes up to defend. Schwab drives by him, got to the rack, no. Thomas flies in for the rebound, dribbled it off his knee and picked it back up with 54 seconds left in the quarter. Over to Furch, rotates the Schwab, lets it rip, buries another three-pointer.
Boy, Schwab's got a big smile on his face now. Those three-point shots have not been falling for the Bears the last few games. Schwab has got it turned on tonight. Furch has got it turned on tonight. And the points are falling, 63 points here towards the end of the third quarter.
Bishop Garrigan's a good three-point shooting team as ball gets poked away from Hoffman. Joyce runs the other direction. Bounce pass to Furch. Furch got blocked, but he got fouled. Beamer can't believe it, but that foul occurs with 25 seconds left in the quarter as Furch will shoot 2 more.
Well, Tyler, you mentioned this transition offense for the Bears. Not only is it resulting in a lot of points, it's starting to loosen up these players. You get the feeling that the Bears are really tight, and they're finally starting to play a little more loose.
2 free throws here for Furch, who's shooting about 45.5% from the stripe this year. And that free throw in and out, no good. Score stays 63-23 Garrigan. Thomas checks out, Lear checks in. And Benedict Matthews in for the first time today for Bishop Garrigan as Schwab heads to the Pine. Second free throw here for Furch as he will attempt to split the pair in the dying moments of the third quarter. Bishop Garrigan Jr. will bounce that one off the rim a couple of times to get the friendly deflection to make it 64-23, and it's a 20-point night by Tate Furch. Trayton Sink comes in for Furch, and Rockford will have the possession here, a shot clock off, and 23 in the game clock.
You know, they don't always expect 20 points out of Furch. What a game by that junior. And boy, I see Hoffman scored 20 the other night against Wes Hancock, and he's been held scoreless.
He's been held in check tonight by the Garrigan defense, is trying to force his way inside his Bam, but he shuffled the shoes. Bishop Garrigan's defense holds strong again.
Yeah, that Bear defense has done a great job. Hoffman's down there on the bench right now. He's clearly flustered. I mean, coming off a 20-point game, got them to this round, and he's been stifled by the Bears. That's been big.
Well, the clock will run to the end of the quarter. Bishop Garrigan in control right now, up 64-23 over Rockford on Home Country Radio and at the Algona Radio YouTube stream.
Postseason sports coverage brought to you by
West Bend Community Lumber, your local Marvin and Birch dealers.
Innovation Salon and Spa for your Aveda and massage needs.
Wine and Spirits, locally owned at 111 South Phillip Street.
Algona Manor Care Center, your home away from home with quality care.
Mansky Farm Drainage, providing top quality professional service to the area since 1969.
Fairway Meat and Grocery, everything's easier, fresher, and faster with Algona Fairway, all bringing you postseason coverage. Postseason sports coverage brought to you by
Rothler Electric. Don't be left in the dark. Call 515-295-7117 today.
Miller Construction, proud supporter of student athletes.
Emerald's featuring your favorite steaks and seafood, a great salad bar, and more.
Miro Financial Services. Agents Dave Beisch, Michael Tull, and Daniel Foth.
Feed Mill Coffee Company, Algona's locally owned coffee shop.
Lichter's Garage Opener Service and New Installations, a reputation you can trust.
All bringing you this postseason action.
Getting the fourth quarter underway from Bishop Garrigan High School as the Golden Bears peel the ball away from Rockford again. Bishop Garrigan runs the floor. First runs interference. Joyce can't finish on the layup as Bayham had the contest, and Rockford has the ball back. 64-23 Golden Bears right now in this postseason matchup, presented to you by Edward Jones as we're 20 seconds into the fourth quarter. Outside to Beamer. Beamer will cue up a three-point ball. Line drive it, and Schwab snatches the rebound. Bishop Garrigan has their 5 starters in for one more quick burst, and there will be a travel by Schwab as he brought the ball up the court. Well, the clock is running right now. 35 points is the barrier which you have to get over to get a running clock for the rest of the game. And at the end of the third quarter, there was a great moment. Rockford turned the ball over, and Bishop Garrigan, Michael Joyce, was calling to the scoring table, hey, why is the clock running? But then he realized late that it was plus 35 points, so clock's supposed to run. Then he had to tap his chest and say, my bad, scoring table, you guys are right.
Yeah, you can't fault the young guy. He was just looking for a chance to get more time on the clock for his team as the pass from Rockford goes right to Amari Thomas of the Bears. And here come the Bears the other way. Turnover's just a bugaboo all night for Rockford.
Thomas covered up Westby. Here's the step back by Schwab. Free ball is off the back of the cup, no good. Ball went to Thomas, though, on the loose basketball, and he lays it in. 10 points by Thomas and a 66-23 Golden Bear lead.
You know, Thomas has this method of just elevating above everybody, finding the basket when he gets up in the elevation and knock it in the bank shot.
Bayham elevates from the lane, can't finish. Second chance for Rockford. Free ball from the corner, won't go for Schriever, and Schwab comes out with the basketball. Great outlet pass to Furch, finds him in transition. Furch layup, no good. Rebound pinballs to Thomas. Thomas in traffic, ball got peeled away, but it went right to Joyce. Joyce barreling inside, and a blocking foul on Rockford as Schriever will pick that one up. Well, I was going to make that comment for Rockford. Seems like they've done a decent job of limiting Bishop Garrigan's second chance opportunities tonight, which is something that they focused on with Coach Schultz in the pregame interview. But, boy, like you said, the turnovers have just been a killer for the Warriors in this game.
Yeah, they have. A good Bear defense causes a lot of those turnovers. Schwab has been silently filling up his stat sheet with steals, a lot of rebounds, and a lot of assists.
There's an assist right there. Schwab finds Thomas on the inbounds play, and Thomas sets it in. 68-23 Golden Bears.
Yeah, another assist by Carter Schwab. It's going to be interesting to look at his stat line after the game. He's really filling it all the categories today.
Pass goes across the court for Rockford. Three-point ball by Hoffman, and he swishes it. Hoffman's on the board, and it's 68-26 now.
Well, he has scored 20 against West Hancock and has been held in check all night. That's about the first shot I've seen him take in a long time.
He averages just under 10 points per game, but like you said, that was his first bucket of the night as Furch loses control of the basketball as he took contact. By the way, Rockford has brought Colson Johnson into the game. Hoffman again, corner three. That time is airballed off of the board by Schriever, and he puts it back for two. 68-28 now is Schriever on the board of his first two of the night. Well, Beatney, as we approach the final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, I've been meaning to ask you, how are you doing? I know last time we were doing the game, folks listening did not realize how sick you were against Forest City. That was sort of a Jordan flu game for Beanie, folks.
Well,
he was very sick against Forest City, but he toughed it out the whole night.
I think they realized it. It sounded like my voice had been taken over by a demon from the netherworld. It was not great radio there, but my voice is returning. As the basketball game continues 68-30. I'm just glad to be here, Tyler, and talking again.
Schriever gets another bucket for Rockford. He has 4 points. Short corner by Sink. His jumper is short, and Hoffman brings in the rebound for Rockford. 4:30 left in the fourth quarter. Weaving in is Hoffman to the left elbow, pivots around and gets it out to Bayham. Bayham, a high arching three off the back iron, and Furch another rebound. Splits two defenders, and Furch draws the foul in the backcourt with 4:18 left.
There has not been a lot of fouls called in this game, which has made it much more enjoyable. Sometimes you see these lopsided affairs. Bears up big, 68-30. It starts to get a lot of fouls going, a lot of stoppages, but not tonight. Yeah, Tyler, you know, you get to this playoff basketball, we start to take it for granted. We get to call games for the Bears who have had deep tournament runs for both the boys and the girls every winter, but you got to remember, just happy to be here at all when you get to the tournament.
Bishop Garrigan has brought Mad Miller into the ball game, as well as Benedict Matthews. Turnover by the Bears, running the floor, almost jamming it is Bayham. He didn't really get the slam. The ball popped up in the air, but it landed back down in the net for two.
Showing that speed.
18 points by Bayham out of the 32 for Rockford. 68-32 Golden Bears right now, as there is a foul inside. Miller went crashing to the ground for the Golden Bears, a 3:27 left, and a 68-32 score. Foul picked up by Bayham for Rockford. And Rockford will bring some players in off the bench. Corbin Harris, the senior, to the ball game. Ben Beamer, a junior, in as well. Baham's going to head to the Pine for presumably the final time here for Rockford. Also checking out is DeBoer, another senior, and Hoffman checking out as well. Sam Beamer into the ball game, so both Beamers on the floor for Rockford. A 3:03 left in the fourth quarter, and Bishop Garrigan in control up 68-32. Matthews right elbow J, rims out, and the rebound comes down to Sam Beamer. 2:54 remaining in the fourth quarter. Bishop Garrigan will be at home on Thursday against either Riceville or West Fork, the winner in that game. 2:47 left here as Rockford has the basketball. The Warrior 4-game win streak after they'd started 0-16 will come to an end here tonight in Algona as slicing in, Schriever deals outside to Beamer. Sam Beamer will give right back to Schriever of 10 on the shot clock. Into the high post to Johnson, faces the bucket, and now comes back out onto the wing to Schriever. Into lane Harris. Harris got a shot stuffed by Miller that time, and now Mahler comes the other way. He finds Sink. Sink, easy lane to the bucket, and he sets it in. 70-32 Bishop Garrigan.
They're going to quick timeout to get some subs in, but that clock continues to go as both coaches try to get all their guys off the bench.
Robina, you're a teacher. Do you want to give us a roll call here?
No problem. Milo Giving comes in for the Bears. So does Dean Rosemeyer. We've got Benedict Matthews in there. Nate Lear's in the game, and Madden Miller. Those are our 5 Bears.
Couldn't have done it better myself. They're going to play 2-3 zone as Matthews jumps the pass to the top of the zone. Matthews runs the floor, rolls it up and in. Had Beamer right in his rearview mirror, but Matthews gives Bishop Garrigan a 40-point lead.
And that's the loudest cheer I think I've heard from the student crowd. The student section all night, Matthews goes in for the layup. Everyone likes to see that senior lefty getting in the game.
The student section loves it when a fresh face gets a bucket, as there's a 3 uncorked by Matthew Peterson. That one won't go. Ball out of bounds, and Bishop Garrigan will have it back with 1:43 left.
You know, Matthews, a fun story, a senior, just came to Garrigan this year. His family moved to town, and you know, tough to do when you're a senior. You just join up with all these new guys, but they've really taken to him, and he's a good baller.
Rosemeyer gets it around left to Miller, now inside to Lear. That's Nate Lear, now out to the corner to Miller. He'll catch, he'll shoot, he'll airball the 3, but on the putback, it's up and good for Rosemeyer. 74-32 Golden Bears.
Yeah, that's Rosemeyer's thing. I've seen enough JV games this year to know that he's a rebounding machine, and gets in position there. Nice putback by Rosemeyer there. Bears playing the 2-3. We're looking at the JV team right now, I believe.
Yeah, Carson Seidels will dust off the cobwebs for Bishop Garrigan and come in. Free from the top of the arc is up and good. That is Ben Beamer of his 3rd 3 of the night. 9 points for Rockford, and it's 74-35 Bishop Garrigan. Seidels wants to drive, he wants to shoot, and he scores! He wasted no time getting his first varsity points of the season, and it's 76-35.
He gets a big cheer from the student section. They're awake here with 48 seconds to go.
Free ball by Beamer is an air ball, and Miller comes out with the basketball for Bishop Garrigan. 45 seconds left. Over to Giving. Oh, the whole crowd was calling for Giving to shoot it. He'll scoop it up instead from the lane. It won't go. Rebounded by Rosemeyer, and then a travel on the play with 34 seconds left. The entire Bishop Garrigan bench rose to their feet, as well as the entire student section when Milo was out there beyond the 3-point line, trying to engage him and get him to shoot that 3-point shot, but he wanted to drive instead. As the final 20 seconds will dribble away here. Harris in the corner, he'll let it fly for Rockford, and Harris rattles in the 3-point shot.
Well, Milo's bringing the ball up the floor. Let's see if he dribbles out the last 10 seconds or they try to score. He passes it to Miller, and they're just going to dribble it out. No more baskets to be had by the JV guys.
Well, in the first round, Bishop Garrigan gets through. They survive and advance, and they do it in a big way tonight. Final score, 76-38, as the Golden Bears roll in this one. They'll play at home on Thursday night against the winner of West Fork and Riceville. The 4-game win streak comes to an end for Rockford. Their season will end with a 4-17 overall record. We'll step aside for a few more messages. When we come back, we'll wrap it up on KLGZ 98.5 FM, AM 1600, and at the Algona Radio YouTube stream.
More postseason sports boosters.
Farmer State Bank, a strong history, a bright future.
Algona Municipal Utilities, community owned for community benefit.
Hormel, playing an important role in America's food supply chain.
Algona Chamber of Commerce, we put the go in Algona.
River Road Golf Club, your friends go here.
Cook's Scrap Iron and Metal, home of your new steel and welding supplies.
Prism Wealth Advisors, your roadmap to financial freedom.
Steyer Flooring, home of the Floorinator.
All bringing you postseason action.
More postseason sponsors.
Miller Sports and Service, specializing in Kawasaki and Kimco ATVs and UTVs, also offering Aluma trailers.
Northwest Bank, commitment you can bank on.
Electronic Specialties, North Iowa's communication specialist since 1961.
Murphy Realty and Management, serving Algona and the surrounding areas.
Snap-on Tools, the most valued tool storage solutions in the world.
Carroll Implement of Laverne, serving area farming communities for over 50 years.
All bringing you postseason action.
Postseason Sports, brought to you by
Advanced Interior Care, professional home and business cleaning of carpet, ceramic floors, upholstery, and window treatments.
Algona Hearing Center, better living through better hearing.
Semco International, matting by design.
Flipside in Laverne, open 7 days a week, dine in or carry out.
Capacious Brothers Incorporated, Pioneer Seed.
Advanced Drainage Systems, our reason is water.
Billy Joe's Bar and Grill, burgers and steaks cooked to perfection, along with chops, chicken, and seafood.
All bring you postseason coverage.
When you need cash on the go, there's no need to pay a surcharge fee with MoneyPass. Iowa State Bank is proud to be part of the MoneyPass network of surcharge-free ATMs found nationwide. Look for the green and blue MoneyPass symbol on over 32,000 ATMs across the nation. Or find an ATM near your vacation spot or travel destination at moneypass.com. MoneyPass, another way that Iowa State Bank helps people succeed. Member FDIC.
Having the advantage makes all the difference. At PMC Advantage Insurance Services, we give you the advantage. We offer insurance coverage for your auto, home, farm, crop hail, commercial, life, individual or group health, and bonds and annuities. We are here to make sure you and your belongings are properly covered. We have over 50 companies offering insurance in all 50 states. Our offices are conveniently located in Algona, Burt, Corwith, Garner, Sway City, and West Bend. You can also find us at our website, pmca.agency, or call 515-295-9433. Stop by one of our offices today and see what we can do for you. PMC Advantage Insurance Services, a Pharmacist Mutual Insurance Company.
Postseason sports coverage brought to you by
Algona Dairy Queen. Enjoy your favorite DQ treats. They're open for this season.
Your local Red Power team in Bancroft, Corwith, West Bend, and Humboldt.
Breading, Gravel, and Excavating, serving Algona and the surrounding area since 1948.
Grotto of Redemption in West Bend, a miracle in stone.
Farmers Co-op of Odison and Algona, offering Kent show feeds for all your livestock projects.
All bringing you postseason coverage.
Bishop Garrigan shakes off some early rust, and they get past round one of the postseason, knocking off the Rockford Warriors tonight by a final count of 76-38, as postseason basketball on KLGZ is brought to you by Edward Jones. Looking at a few final numbers for tonight, scoring by quarter, Bishop Garrigan led 22-6 after the end of one. Bishop Garrigan ended the first quarter scoring the final 14 points. The Golden Bears would outscore Rockford 23-13 in the second quarter, leading 45-20 at the half. Golden Bears had a 19-3 scoring advantage in the third to put the game away, and then Rockford had the 15-12 scoring edge in the final quarter. The unofficial individual scoring for tonight, first for Rockford, it was Charles Bayham scoring 18 to lead the way, the only Warrior in double digits. Ben Beamer came off the bench to score 9 points. Austin Schriever had 4. Riker Hoffman had 3, and Wyatt DeBoer had 1. Also, Corbin Harris scored 3 for Rockford. For the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears, a well-balanced effort. For just the second time this season, Tate Furch leads the team in scoring. He had a career high of 20 points in this one. Carter Schwab had 18. Amari Thomas and Michael Joyce had 12 apiece. Nick Lear had 4. And Weston Rosenmeyer, Benedict Matthews, Trayton Sink, and Carson Seidels all scored 2 as Bishop Garrigan got everyone in on the action in tonight's ball game. Again, I'm Tyler Lance alongside Beanie Bodie. Beanie, the storyline tonight was how would Bishop Garrigan get back on track offensively, and we still saw a few struggles from time to time, but today was a good day to really open up the postseason against Rockford, get some confidence back, and get some offensive flow going again. And again, we didn't see a perfect offensive night for Bishop Garrigan. Transition was really the biggest factor offensively, but you saw them slowly start to get back on track, which is a good sign because things get tougher each step of the postseason.
Yeah, like you said, there was a little bit of rust early on, and they got open looks early, and the ball just would not go through the cylinder, and then you just thought, oh, here we go again. Nothing is going in. They're getting open shots. But then when they picked up the pace and really started to open up the tempo and get that transition game going, then the baskets really started falling. Carter Schwab hit a few three-pointers there, kind of loosened him up a little bit. Then he started looking for assists. We got Joyce going. When Joyce, as frustrated as he is with that, his shots aren't going in. He does so many things running the floor well. People are making cuts to the baskets. And, when they got their transition game going, their offense looked a lot better. It's always hard to make that decision. Like, do you want to just open them up and let them run? But if that doesn't work, then sometimes you find yourself in a dogfight you don't want to be in, because you saw Rockford had Charles Bayham, and he was very good at running the floor as well. So you don't always want to let it become an open gym. But the Bears have shown time and time again when they can get tempo going, they're good in the open floor. Like, they really like to look for their teammates. They like to make assists when they're running the open floor, and that's fun basketball to watch.
Yeah, Bishop Garrigan is certainly fine when things get a little bit chaotic. And boy, did Golden Bears force chaos tonight. Turnover after turnover by Rockford turned into bucket after bucket for Bishop Garrigan. One other thing I'll point out on the offensive end of things, a mature team finds a way to identify who's hot on a given night and who's not. The players that were hot tonight, especially three-point shooting-wise, Tate Furch and Carter Schwab, the three-point shooting had been ice cold the past 3 games for Bishop Garrigan, but behind those two, the Golden Bears got some good three-point looks tonight and really made that a weapon once again in their offense.
Yeah, Furch was huge early on. He hit 2 big threes, and not only did he make the plays, but he got his team pumped up, the bench all the way to the floor, the coaches, everyone knew, like, okay, we're going to be okay. We just got to get things going. But going back to what you said about the defense early in the game, Tyler, the defense really, really was creating offense. I mean, the Bears were getting in those passing lanes. They set up that 1-2-2 zone, and they get in the passing lanes. They anticipate the passes, and Rockford helped them out a lot by telegraphing some of those passes. But that's one of the funnest things in basketball, is to pick off a pass and take it the distance, and Bears got to do that a lot tonight. So I'm sure they had a lot of fun. Hopefully march on to that next game with a lot more confidence.
And I think the thing heading into your next game is, like we said, it's going to take a step forward each step of the postseason as far as competition is concerned. You didn't bring your A game tonight for Bishop Garrigan, but you felt tonight was maybe a small step closer to the A game than the end of the regular season. So if you can take another small step on Thursday, you'll certainly have a really good game going against either Riceville or West Fork, depending on who wins that one. So,
yeah, and when you're trying so hard, sometimes it just doesn't happen. Like in any sport, it doesn't matter if it's baseball, football, even running. I assume if you feel like you're trying super hard, that's when things aren't going right. And case in point, Lear had 4 points tonight, but 2 of his points were a nice assist by Schwab to a sweet dunk by Lear. And that's the kind of thing that gets him going. Like you're just doing your job, and all of a sudden it happens. And sometimes if they just relax a little bit, which I think they did there towards the end of the game, things really start to happen.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't force it. You've got to let it come to you. And maybe Bishop Garrigan has figured that out here for the second half today against Rockford. With the win, the Golden Bears have win number 19 of the season. Like we said, they are back at home on Thursday night, and they're back right here on the Algona Radio YouTube stream, as we'll have live coverage on Thursday night beginning at 6:45, assuming that game starts at regular time and not an hour early like tonight started. Hopefully things warm up a little bit outside for us, because it is frigid, folks. Well, if you're looking for more basketball, we've got another video stream going on the Algona Radio YouTube channel, as the Algona girls basketball team is taking on Southeast Valley tonight. That being in Class 3A girls first round action. So tune into that one. Cheer on the Algona Bulldog girls if you so choose, and tune in for Brian Wilson on that one as he's got the call in that game. You can also hear it live on 92.7 KLGA. Meanwhile, here from Bishop Garrigan High School, that'll wrap us up for tonight. This has been a sports production of Home Country Radio KLGZ and at the Algona Radio YouTube stream. Your final score in this one, Bishop Garrigan 76 and Rockford 38.
The proceeding has been a sports production of KLGA and KLGZ. Our postseason basketball coverage is presented by your Algona Edward Jones representatives, Bruce Keith, Jerry Sokup, Mackenzie Jorgensen, and Brady Ross.